GN Bank has come on board. Hooray! Did you take a loan from the Student Loan Trust Fund for your tertiary education? Having challenges on how to pay back the student loan? Relax. You can now pay your student loan at GN Bank. GN Bank, the bank that provides unparalleled excellence in service anytime, any place, and anywhere. The good news is that you don't have to be a customer of GN Bank before you can repay your loan. All you need is to walk into any branch of GN Bank nationwide and make your payment. GN Bank can also set up a standing order or undertake transfers directly from a person's account to that of Student Loan Trust Fund. But this is for interested persons who will open an account with us. Remember to pay your student loan in any of our 108 locations nationwide. For more information, call us on 0302 218855 or 020 2220 or email us at info@gnbank.com. You can also visit our website www.gnbankghana.com. GN Bank, the People's Bank.
Hello, my name is Dr. Isaac Imanata. Do you know what mental health is? Meet us on Margin Museum this and every Tuesday on Ocean One TV.
Margin Museum, redefining mental health in Ghana and beyond.
Good evening. Nyamina Duma and yes, Margin Museum Jumezi yes, bro. Last week you took me amba for some reason. Now, we are going to make it up to you. Now, in there, you discuss maybe or very very important about infertility. Now, Margin Museum Jumezi, about mental health issues in Kotin. We talk about issues relating to your mental health and how mental health affects your total health. Now, I think on this show we've said that health is holistic. There is more to health than physical health. Your physical well-being, your psychological or mental well-being, your social well-being, your spiritual well-being. These are the four things so obi wa pomuzina. These are the four areas I share. Now, to address issues too about your health, until you also focus on some aspects of mental health, you may not have a certain holistic approach to your well-being, and that is important. So in this show, try hard there. We make it very simple, very basic, to help you understand what mental health is, and that would help you be able to have a better well-being. And today I think the whole of about a month I've been talking about issues relating to sexual health in relation to mental health, and today we're going to talk about infertility, and we are going to look at the psychosocial implications of infertility. Yes, I do some in atiti na how naza often obia seb your own tomorrow for various reasons. And that is what we're going to talk about today. Inti, we're happy that you joined us today, and we're hoping that we are going to help you understand some of these basic things. So call a friend, call a relative, call someone to watch Margin Museum. And on this show today, as usual, well, Mr. Samson Opoko Ajiman, he's a mental health personnel, and he's going to help us today. Today, for some reason, Anita couldn't join us. Oh, Samson, you're welcome.
Thank you.
How has your weekend been?
Quite stressful, but I don't know how we are managing it.
Now we can start to cry.
Yeah,
But the stress has become an important aspect of people's daily lives. We ignore, and when we ignore, it has major consequences.
Yeah, for now, as a for your mom, young down as I said that you're for our life, our up and coming, our daily life, no. Now, Nima be become one first, not social structure absorb mine. But now those structures are breaking down, Jama, and then we are Bremo Saint Canino, and Canina, Yatiti Bembe, Yahoo. We have the family system. Obafi school background, family member, who Bejinat,
and sometimes you don't even care.
Yeah,
you are there.
Now you took one quiet, you might want some quan, I would say, with your wife, it was my wife, no quantity. So it's becoming like life becoming more and more difficult for us. Traffic on the road builds up so much into a Juma Cabacos 7. Also, if you have my bear 5, but we do fear you bear 8. So, like more time, a Benyama and once individuals, so reduce one, reduce it. And as a society, you are not paying attention to it. I said, I said, I'm fire. The mental health aspect of it, nobody is seeing it, but it's weighing a lot of people down. And I'm going to be before stress na deba, go depression and stress na deba. Whereby are frustrated in life, and it's all because they can't manage. Yeah, there was
this research findings at WHO, World Health Organization, worker there. All the illnesses are you 2/3. Yakada echema poa ebasa inumu ebiena. 2/3 of all health conditions, they have psychosocial implications. And even with the topic we are going to talk about is psychosocial implications of infertility. Most of these relationship issues, social issues and stuff, they add on to the stresses.
Yeah, they does. And now on say nipa oko ben na nipa neti. Only nipa nam until social being cannot be taken out. And say your school, my friend, school na obehu ni ye say abofebo school no tai sisiwa. Oko school kra we ninje. Sometimes utimi share diary say na be on school because don't want to see that particular boy. And obi o ha ni fie say stress abi o ho bi o ha tete na obe fie kra na yem hihyew. Uhu ni pana na yem ahyew. And kra quite mi diary. So we can't downplay the effect that the society we live in have on us. A lot of our society are targeted to be sick. Society betimi aka sembia to so afro udin bia na ifa beka also.
Yeah.
And oje ho krange. So society play a key role, and say it to make us a better person.
And with all these issues about mental health near Adeno, say obi ekotibie bi mu a, how yebe approach situation can either make the person worse or make the person better. But because, for example, infertility, say obia or was, and normally when we say infertility, we are saying that obia own to me what trial for about one year, what try regular unprotected satisfying sex for about 1 year, what trial beyond 1 year, not still we can say that there's infertility. There are some people infertility and no you have primary and secondary. Primary and say on water obiso wa woda, but opeso ubiom no yet den so obewo nti anyi say that, but wa woda, but eso obewo bio no, it becomes very, very difficult for the person to give birth. And there are many causes. It may be because of some hormonal problems. And I say nkusiani insheda and produce papa and maturation insheda anye papa. ABI blockade uterus no because of maybe fibroids and BB uterus nangasa ni shape. How I know my ko inside na de enko ye, so the person into me sustain a certain kind of all kinds of things can happen with infertility. Right, and even in the Bema side, ABI and the sperms no insheda healthy and also to mean produce enough sperms. Now generally you who say 1/3 of the problems may be because of the woman. 1/3 of the problem may be because of the man, and 1/3 may be because of maybe both of them, and sometimes you just cannot find why they are not, giving birth. And in our society, so being to me wa, the show ban.
Yeah, and say yes, I met as a man, or bad time, or bad name, or bad no. And
but why is that? Why is that?
Send a tete, say Abudin as a pimp for HS, a man member, but it's in any name, say a man. And you are Jim be said, Beman or bad down qua also about fair food. Now you entire name say a member should more problems, sir. But
and it's on the same level.
Yeah, you might Osha Crana.
Remember
your house, because of Nancy Juma be brown for your name. And drunk or for nom name, sank or for nom name, and bad practices, masturbation, a lot of men may have sperm that are not very active. But and again, Beman in your bad and who so bound quantity, when you say what produces sperm. But this sperm, no dear, was or bano, but do you go and be and soon qua. So Titini, I need a catch or bano into what family beam nasa warm ma. You tired the show ban, but I remember men are the same skills. So be at me infertile.
And with this, say Obiwa aware moi. People marry because of children, especially in our part of the world. But why should that be? Why should it be because of children, such that people decide not to continue the marriage because no child is coming in?
Yeah, some more, but I tell my friends on my say, our uncle Sam Crabbe manage no phone. Time you have for yourself, no era. Say, I'll be our will be I will know this. Once I be open, so you not start wearing crano. When them cranny beddy day and chronicle school day, they hardly talk about themselves.
And Panu come Jaffa.
Yes, they hardly talk about themselves. It's all about the case. Bibian crano, Beman also fell phones where. And crying what to say sometimes or you cry friend Kwame says and what to say as of the case first. So our Yankasa Crabema, the attention goes to the case. Marriage Nankasa pleasure conform. That is why some books explain anything a man be cheating because they feel jealous. Attention I may phone the man crano. Papa ni Felicia man the same attention. And a topic for another discussion. But send a titi and send a sorry, send your family, you see for who are you send the show team. Say, Oko marriage ceremony, na say, your bomb payama or for now. By year time, by now, Nankama Waba, sorry, we be blessed with the fruit of the womb. Like, right from there, that is the blessing I saw from the demo. You can't be me too far. And a mobile wearing crab, so your orientation, you can't show team so already also. And sometimes, why not 3 months, or you're in your one casana problem, man, because, hey, now they know by on your so our social orientation is said that already also yeah mandatory, but it shouldn't be so because we don't determine who gets pregnant. And I say only about barrier, it's hard for you to say go and let me examine you to see say you're fertile baby before I marry you. So it's a chance, it's a game, it's like lottery, you don't know. But because of your orientation, any in any high expectation of society, say giving birth is compulsory. Opompo also once you marry, and sometimes people tell you now why you man to be woman will be about before a Japan your own one baby do idea. So our society is such that we are forcing everybody to give birth.
Yeah, and that can create a lot of problems. That can really create a lot of problems. And before we continue, for especially stress. Stress can affect someone's even menstrual cycle near the end. And relationship problems can also have an impact on even fertility. Say, say you are stressed, and I say your stress level is very high. There will be 3 exams. School, your menstrual cycle will change. So some people may not even menstruate the way because there's a change of environment or there's a change in stress. And if people don't know this, you realize that it can affect even their timing and all that, because any day when your baby share in obel.
It's a big problem. I say, yeah, Titina Kaye, I know Titinona Nema different, and we declare different. A lot of things can affect your productivity, especially name ma work at your time offer. There are a lot of couples who are time home. It's not as if say baby, they stay in the same house, but and if you go through these episodes of stress, it gets to a time where you don't even enjoy having sex. So it's not as if say once you marry, automatically, and once you're having sex with your wife, automatically you are giving birth. It doesn't work that way. As you said, I know women are on better exam hall, and we are in school. Who exam people named to mission and menstruate. Just by that stress period now, or go through, she go through those experiences. There are a lot of men, they could meet with a man, but stress will make them not even conceive. The baby cannot even form. So stress has its own role to play, but now other things are coming in. The kind of job we choose, the area we stay. For instance, if somebody stays in Accra, now or the area bit is Medina, or yeah, Juma will be said Sakumono.
Stress look at the distance, it affects everything.
Everything. Sometimes you get women who are so tired. So you could find these couples living in the same house. But anytime on you have sex, be a safe period. And the man still want the woman to get pregnant.
And long distance relationships makes it worse.
That one quite is even worse. And that one, the bad thing is, you may even start taking seed, but on transporting home, somebody do it a bad way, but we do know a baby no crying sound for me. So a lot of things can go into it, and sometimes that is why if society easily brands or say on what is quite difficult to understand, because maybe the fault, maybe the marriage itself, giving them chance to even meet. Maybe our life circumstances don't making it possible. It's not as if they are not fertile. Sometimes those couples will break up and will be
after the break.
Yes, so sometimes we shouldn't be so quick to condemn people, but try to understand their situation from where they come from.
And they say if someone has a problem, so on to mean what? Sometimes maybe your co-hospitaler, they may focus too much on the physical aspect. Now, these psychosocial issues are a contributing factor to why Alipacrono maybe we may not even look there. We may not look there, and that may not help too much.
Yeah, and sometimes I had a friend who wanted to get pregnant. So already 3 years on, and then husband catching coincidence and said, "Why you not doing future? And she was always fighting with the man. Said, "Oh, the only pressure on me so." And how in my shoes and can pressure. No, see, look, once you think so much, you might not even get pregnant. Once you're under stress, you become desperate. When you're desperate, you start involve yourself in a lot of measures. So you start to know a lot of chemicals, concoctions. Because of the pressure society they tune, so it pushes them. Then they follow. So in a way, they even end up destroying their womb because of the societal pressure and the effect of so you find a lot of men taking a lot of medications because even without doctor's advice, and sometimes they don't know your in-laws will complain. So those things could even affect them. So the way the woman or the man will interpret the pressure from society will influence the choice of treatment in probably go for. A lot of
Yanka even around it. It's even worse. Yeah.
This one is just about, and a lot of people are cashing in on this. Once they see Obi and sound or say Masisi Modin. A lot of people are cashing in on the fact that most people are desperate. They want to have sex. They want to give birth. So, and because you are putting so much pressure on people. Now a lot more men are turning into alcoholics because a lot more women are turning into herbal hospitals in their home. Just because everybody see her to be barren and on percent or percent oh. So if society don't take care, the doctor, gynecologist or the facility, whoever is taking care of the woman, could be giving the woman good treatment. but the woman will not be patient enough.
Yeah, other influences in the best say move ni.
Yes, the woman will not be patient enough to wait for the doctor. Because pressure na want to feel a dose. So she be adding on other things to a treatment and connect doctor FM. And the two may not be meeting until the end of the day still baby.
And I think that this is important. Say obi entumenwa. There may be physical causes, there may be psychological causes, and social issues near there around the infertility. Now, if we understand, say, not having babies in itself is stressful, then the people around the person, if they add more pressure to the woman, then the woman, I'm even say woman because that is where we put the pressure, and not even the man. You know, and normally the men will even come to the hospital.
No, they won't come.
They won't come.
And the woman cannot force the man to come. He's the head of the family.
And maybe the problem is from them. Is from the man.
Yeah, I know a friend that they filed for a divorce because Obani so GD say Beman named me when only beat me out. Because consistently Beman say uncle hospital for checkup.
But why wouldn't they go? Why wouldn't they go?
Oh, it's I told somebody say it's good to test for your HIV status. But if you have ever tested before, the most difficult time in your life needs to be breaking up the result at show. When in past say, oh, I'm okay, but you're not crowd results, I am sure. People have some fear, and again, psychological preparation. Before people go through this kind of test, we need to psych them. We need to counsel them on the possibilities, how they are going to manage it. But you can't just say, contest. Now, contest, now, Dr. Kachem say, mean can the person carry the pain? So because I say, oh, me do I am hosa mepe. Metima o mintimi wo ni eminim. I'm okay that way. Then so I'll go to a doctor and he'll tell me say mintimi wo. And no crime may worsen the situation. So I believe say it's not just say empese ebeko. But it's about how
all the myths around it.
Around it, the myth around it. Hey. Obi kwa baka chena masa okwe doctor ka so ntimi wo ba ni beja o.
Now, but why you know if it's between the man and the woman, right? Why would there be that fear? Because it should be between them. But if maybe relationship between the man and the woman and sheda and your papa, you know, then the woman may decide to even spread it in order to save her name.
Yeah, and now the man said already maybe the man's family is giving the woman pressure. So the woman is frustrated, and now it turns out to be that the man names him. Out of frustration, the woman may advance out of frustration.
Yeah. Because
the family may still not know. Because the man might not be bold enough to tell the family, say na.
Man cross what?
Yes. So it will be like Mohami Amunko bisa mobane. So and even with women, if people call for this test that they are quite skeptical, they are quite careful. The reasons are that sometimes the way we medical professionals also do our job is part. We don't take into consideration the psychological effect that it will have. Oh, about so a test, my test, the results are man. That's it. Like we, but results now they are man. Even moving from a hospital to the house, thinking about it, try a issue man. If even you tell the woman you are fertile, I just want him say, hey, then me people will not even get time to counsel to say that your husband could still be fertile, but maybe a lot of psychological issues and a lot of time could still make you not give birth. But once we are done with the medical treatment, oh, me check you be a kama into kofa kunubra. If you do that, the woman obviously will go and start blaming.
Yeah.
What's it mean to me? Me call doctor see me to me into kwani anko check you. The man will say no, I will not go.
And then it will create a lot of problems.
I will not go. But as medical professionals, as we should know that these things borders on psychological welfare, it is going to be the foundation of their relationship because it's affecting them. Into breaking the news, crowd should be tactfully done. You should even call the man before you even break the news if you think the woman is okay, and try to see if the man too is okay. If the man is not okay, it will be better to refer them to a counselor or a psychologist to work on them before you break down the news, like they do for HIV clients. Work on them psychologically. But the way we've been breaking news, the men will not come.
Yeah. So you're watching Marjun Munsam. This is a mental health show, and today we are talking about psychosocial implications of of infertility. You share adwunu nsem ne ho ne ade a ekoso when we talk about obi a esebi ontumenwo and yaka enyoma bebre. And if you have any contributions or any questions, you can call 02075661185 02075661185. And if you have any questions or experience, or question be an experience be an contribution be you can call. The lines are open, and we're also live on Facebook. When you go to Ocean One TV Elmina, we are there, and you can also send your comments and there. And coming back to the same discussion, sometimes I feel that if it wasn't for the external family influences, some couples may be okay. Some couples may be fine because ebia odo erano otinase ebia maame no so do bema no otinase and they are ready to even adopt. And you see another issue, they are ready to adopt. But if it wasn't for the external influencer, in case some of the couples would just accept it, find other ways and just move on.
It's very true. Even I say that Ghana society near here, you end up putting a lot of under psychological pressure. Obi on will cry, then I say me different. Why one woman have a problem? It a ben of an beba. And you ask this question almost every day. One woman swear, hey, the ben a bema never become home. I have 2 girls. Now every time I go home, that's the question they ask.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Pacho.
Yeah, Pacho, dini baby of Refi.
We didn't do next thing now, Aman. The first La Paz is close.
Okay, Pacho, bet me akasa.
I'm always because yeah, the plan is like you have to try by it's like I me too a problem. Mommy, me son of me. So now me because there is any way be a bit in a fast one. I said it to me. I try me them boy the kaka because it's young. It's a me.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. After this show, we'll put down a number. You can call that number after this show. Why? Okay. Thank you.
It's difficult. I'm kind of societal pressure. And we could feel my mother is like, hey, that when I'm a man, I'm saying, men were must see me. The matter my to pass open bema. So even with giving birth, crying.
There are issues.
There are still issues.
Oh, man, quiet. There's no problem. Oh, man, quiet. Issues.
So and sometimes if they don't leave couples to settle, it becomes difficult for even them because I can't sustain 3 children. But because my parents are saying I should give birth, I'll force myself and do it. I know couples are because of school tell me they will give birth after 3 years. And trust me, more intimate because everybody was asking, hey, no matter 2 years, I'm on and then abandoning me. So compulsory they had to find a way of giving birth before Bakubeko school. But society should understand, say people who marry should be made to take their decision. Thankfully, among you 2 adults, they can reason up and take their decision. And it's a decision they've taken to be together. So the good and the bad is for them. Sometimes they're not even prepared to carry a baby. Every economic status crying you're okay to carry a baby. But I bet force you man. So you find people who marry and the next month the woman is pregnant. And if you're near born some man. Oh, why are they bema pa? Oh, why is it here? That way, that kind of interpretation society adds to it, And we're seeing the mental health condition of people who have not taken seed. So people are always, especially your banal age, people start asking you questions. Some even say, "Don't worry, cry now or back cry," because they want to judge a success of a woman with the children they bring forth. Into about so you see people making those statements in our society, but children are not a measure of success because you don't determine it. And don't actually say, you take seed, but if God favors you and the system is okay. But as you work as a woman, you do your best, and if conditions favors it, you may get pregnant.
Yeah.
But success is something you work for.
Yeah.
But still, we want to in our society. Oh, we the nyame share no power. Oh, mbemu miensa. So, wa uni man nyame share. So, once society is giving those interpretations to childbirth, esa obi a onwo no become worried because the society starts seeing them to be less humans. Even in some societies, so be man na onwo ya, they don't give you a proper barrier.
Oh.
Yeah, they give you a barrier as if say, oh yeah, cry because still we are man assisting.
But you know, sometimes I think that culturally and socially, you know, people place premium on children because, for example, ebia oba akorabema, the child is the one ebia we penny obetumi asho. The child represents the next generation. Uwa we no bedu adie. The child no wa woni mi se obetumi aboa, you know, cobra yes ebia the bio and impacro no begina akola ni begina no a promotive family name any idea. So people place a lot of importance on all those things. And sometimes, you know, it is the societal expectations and our culture and our tradition and premium the place on that. When you go to some other countries, they don't care.
Yeah.
When you go to some other, maybe Germany or UK, they don't care.
Children are important. You can't say more from here. And about but giving birth is not important as raising kids. So cranberries, no one to me raise your man. I know people are among but they've raised up so many kids, and at a point where they don't know where to stay because the kids they've raised up always want them to be around them. What about people who devote themselves to be none? Among cry into almost old age base. Sending your boy, we are saying, I don't think you're when we want to. You may be blessed to have a baby. Some may be blessed to be raising up babies. Obi so gift no. Obo abekọ if you said him on one ankasa him. But the case around that person, trust me, and incredible promise them saying their biological mothers. Because that is the gift God gave them. We shouldn't force people to do things that they don't have the ability to do. What about said the woman's production of ovaries and shada and papa, so she can't give birth at all? That woman hang herself because she can't do that. It's not her making. And yet on the born she didn't decide to do that. Maybe our mother na crowd how about in conception our how frano. Yeah. But now you are blaming her because you think she should deliver. But all that we are saying is that people don't choose not to. Obian who one warrior or what the ability to give birth because her own. If so be our not or peba consistently for about 1 year now but frano ma. You should know that they are putting a lot of effort to have babies. Yeah. They are not just sitting down. To say send your hotel sometimes people feel like as a yeah. But it's a worry to them and they think about it. So we sitting outside shouldn't think say they are relaxing on it. And at times all their income go there. Yeah. All their money is going to fertility clinic. And surprisingly it's the most expensive clinic you could find around. Yeah. I don't know why. But the doctors they charge big. And
you know the pressure will not giving birth. You know, it is so much that people will pay no matter the amount of money.
Charge. So you realize they have financial stress. Yeah. All their resources is channeled to going there. Maybe quite sorry, no more no more tomato, no more sorry, just to concede. And in worst case scenario, you see some unscrupulous pastors almost married women that because they just want babies.
Yeah, and bathing them on all that by the sea and all that.
Those are the frustrations and here in society are the traumas. Now about for any money for kujina bathhouse, not so food just because you want to get pregnant in a bad society and blaming so much so a barren. So once we are pushing people, we should know that people involved already think about it.
Yeah, and they are taking steps
to recover from it. Yeah. One wife for about 5 years or yeah, or better now. So they don't need you to tell them. Say, I don't know way. They know. If you have support them. If you know guidance, ways that could help them, come up fine. But send the society blame. And sometimes someone would then send your city. Those kind of comments really get to people, and they think about it. Sometimes you might not know, but that single comment you made make them feel bad. Sometimes obi office na or can ba ne ba sem na the only way can be or the twen one na be hu send ya wo sitie. Those kind of comments you make. And
as a BBC na say ebi obi ba na mo na say o make comment about akola na or because kawanu tum na won that.
Those comments really get to people. It really affects people.
Yeah.
So once we have people around us some way, we should be mindful of the things we say. I know a guy who told the man, say, "Oh, where Bema on the bar and make sure that you're Bema." And it got to the guy. From them, we want to be send. So we should be mindful. We should know that people who go through these things, and most of them are depressed.
Yeah, and that is some of the impact. So the first is they go through some depression.
Serious depression.
They feel sad, worthless. Some even decide to say, "I need you because of that."
And some in the nice way will travel.
Yeah.
What they means, you know, in a way, they want to leave that
environment in order to have some peace.
If you must transfer no more to quite free, baby, so that people will not see them. And every day they think about it. They are going through it. And are whole calm. So we shouldn't sit back and think that Omashada.
Yeah.
Nobody will intentionally do that and share that yet. And their depression is serious. People try suicide almost every time. And that is why you see a lot of these people go to a lot of pastors.
Yeah.
They are depressed, and sometimes when they go to the pastors, they will tell them words of encouragement. So that is where they get some sort of
comfort and hope that something will happen.
You may say that and think, say, that's what we're there no about me insult, negative stigma now, they man no mu etiano. And they push this woman towards that angle. And of course, some make change. Oh, nyame ebeye. God have shown me vision that in the next month you get pregnant. Let's continue to pray. That is the only hope the woman is living on. Into a general salary, or doing your commercial papa. And we will think, say, we must die or murder. It's us. It's their mind.
And about the fact that they go through some form of depression. We've talked about all the stresses. The brainy attitude they go through. One area of stressor we want to really focus on has to do abuse. Abuse in say over TTOB abono ana we have verbal abuse, we have emotional abuse, we have even abuse with sex, we have physical abuse and all that. Sa atitino, you know, it is major in a home environment. Infertility near their problem. You know, some men will beat their wives or insult them or use all kinds of words against them, and that is abuse, and that is not appropriate.
In a lot of homes, our home because of our expectations, they have a lot of marital problems, and the free-in-laws or baba, the free sister-in-laws or ba. The annoying partner say the partner also no, what makes it worse. Sometimes emotional abuse can harm it. They go out and they'll tell their wives say they are going to have sex with other people so that they can give birth. So about their own winty. And sometimes you call your husband and it's like and I mean you become pesame. You might think say undi na them, but you are causing so much harm to their emotions. You don't do that because you don't know say your own part. You the man bragging so much, you know. You don't even know. And I've seen situations if you're a man and you are desperate and you want kids, one will be Benny Mama. Marshall because when we say you are desperate, you want a child and you are rich. So when have sex, when nobody have sex, not the crana mom. You might think say ayoba, but a lot of these things happen. So that emotional abuse should be stopped. The fact that you're having difficulty in giving birth doesn't mean that your wife should be a punching bag. They be now open. Gently, if you think you cannot marry the woman, find a proper way of dealing with it. See your counselor if you want to separate in a nice way. But don't use that as a yardstick to always maltreat them. There are a lot of men or poor man who could fear a problem, man. Some of them will take several jobs and be keeping longer hours at work. But they won't be coffee. Why? Because the husband who is supposed to support her is the first person or abusing her. So where will she go? And it's a big problem. apart from that, we see our in-laws coming into the homes, and most of the time they break the homes for us.
So divorce and separation and stuff is higher.
Yes, and and the sad thing is after divorce, they are still not happy. Because you go and give birth, but ebana obana onu ne kwa no, enyo oba no ani gene ho. So you see them still running back to their old person. Because once you are divorced,
example in the Bible, Abraham and Sarah.
Yeah. So by Sarah. You still run back to your old person because that is where your heart belongs. You might have chosen the other person out of frustration. You might not have thought through one transaction and dream ye. And again, you may sit down and you have guilt. Oh, else why in the panel bonnie? Sometimes, and why in a bonnie ampa? So that guilt alone will not even make you happy. Because you see the person almost every time and you're like, I issue is sometimes life have challenges. And the sad thing is that when men face challenges in relationship, a man meets no more. But a man faces challenges, a man hardly stay. I tell people, say, I hardly see a man or in hospital or ocean. But always see a woman or chair ocean. If a man, one or the other, have an accident now, only capable of even working, the woman will still stay and support that husband. But when it comes to a time the man have to sacrifice more for the woman, we see it to be a very big job. You have a lot of men on more severe stroke. Their wife take care of them, bath them, morning, ACS, who feed them. The woman will go to work, come back, come and continue that duty. Ask yourself, saying, "Can your bar would a man do that?" So we are better man on what your wife could stay with you. If even doctors prove, say, and I don't know, but maybe they have a soft heart and they have a good heart. But most men will find very nice who are moving out of the house, telling the woman, say, and it's bad. And we shouldn't center the joy in marriage to only giving birth. Children are just a gift in marriage. The relationship you have, and what about time now mood dates now and where you guys not happy? So the relationship should be around the person. And the children should be a gift, but it shouldn't be a yardstick for causing a lot of mental harm to the person you're married.
Yeah, and the abuse may not just be from the man. It can also be from the extended family, members, and even the community. You know, in those days, one of the disadvantages of the family system in those days is that a hobby so bad and a community nasam. And now no. If maybe you have issues with infertility, crampona, because it's more nuclear, no. Obia and phobia, papa say first, no.
Yeah.
First, that's one of the disadvantage of those systems. But those times, if it's the whole community, no money say, to me,
yeah,
and the pressure is from the whole community.
A sociology teacher saying in a small village, everybody is everybody's neighbor. I say a crop or her, it's like a family in a team. Once we start as a crack, now expecting a crack, so everybody have a relationship with everybody. It was some phobia, and people will talk about it, especially if they know you. So if the woman is from the community, the man is from the community, and they're not giving birth, it will be a community problem. And almost everybody who meets you will ask you. If you live in isolation, say, "But what to climb, baby, I won't call phone share anymore." They might not be bold enough to talk to you about it, so they may keep it to themselves. But if you live in a small community, anymore, they'll come, they'll talk to you, they'll try to find out. And the annoying part is sometimes they even bring concoctions. Oh, I drew a dear, me, papa ni so no man, and children fire fluency, bombardian. So they will try to push it onto you. They do that in those societies. They do that, but the reverse, they say, if you live in a community where everybody thinks about everybody's problem, sometimes it's easy to find solutions because you can easily confide in somebody. Yeah, and sometimes too, it becomes negative. Negative.
And the pressure becomes wider. Other than your
the person I said it's easy to confide in somebody, but you know because share your problem. What about those of us who live outside? Who can find a flat? You can't talk to anybody about this problem. The man goes to work now, share them, and sometimes they cry the whole day. because you don't even have anybody to share your challenges with.
But how does this whole infertility even affect the person's job, with all the depression and stress and anxieties and stuff? How does it affect? How does it affect someone's job and performance at work? So, maybe you are the owner of a certain facility. Now, this worker comes in all the time, and the person's performance, when him say, it's possible that the person is dealing with some major issues just because
it gives them a lot of emotional problems. It gives them a lot of stress, and they think a lot. So they may even sleep on the bed, but not have even 1 day sleep. They come to work very weak, and sometimes they lose motivation doing almost everything because of the
there's not enough motivation for anything.
This kind of question. So they start to ask themselves questions, and sometimes you see that the zeal at which the starts going down, because the motivation to live itself is going down. Sometimes they feel like they don't have a purpose. Because my service can na mi wa sika hwan kra na ebedi sika bebrebe me de yeden amofra kra na mi ngubi. So those negative thoughts sometimes make it difficult for them to even take new professions and work. Some of them take themselves out of profession actually, because
maybe they want to go and set up their own business in order to be away.
Idea broad brain na infasobe no benya also. The worst part is when the husband is not supportive or the wife is not supportive. The brand me brain na be me kru I'm afraid cry me dey mo afraid cry bi ni ho na me break cry den. So some job performance will be affected. Sometimes even
almost school name crying at then sometimes some people may decide to abandon everything.
Yes. Most of them suffer from social isolation. Free ni permanent kasa. As well they find excuses not to come. And they say oba nkofo behwe na kan ho asem. So why people gather crowd, they try to avoid. So most people who have issues with fertility try to avoid. You can't say about children harvester that they don't sorry, because some of them feel like they will feel sad. You be celebrating cry while sorry no be. They will stay out. They may not want to do anything that have to do with school and mofra school or quiet them. So most of them will isolate themselves from normal social activities. Sometimes they don't want people to even talk about them. So let's not get close to where people are gathered so that they will talk about us. So it really gets really down to them. And say obi also now you understand the feeling that they have.
And this becomes worse where nipa krono or the infertility ade no ereti ne ho. Say for example Bema beka say menye Bema because mintumenwo. The fact that mintumenwo doesn't mean that you are not Bema, you know. And so their self-identity said the way who no fa obu no fa, not because of the way who no fa, the performance at every aspect of his life, you know it normally a tickle form. So they may have a very negative and poor self-image about themselves.
Mostly their self-esteem is down, and it also comes from our social orientation. The way you define success will make you look down on yourself. I can't say, oh, Bema dear, when you man no mouth, so once you give birth, you are a successful man, will be able in the community. So they may get everything, they may get they may get money, they may get good employment, but for the first onward, and he still sees himself to be a failure. Yes, and that is a big problem, because most of us, that is how we are orientated. Oh, my dear, that is a condition. Go school, so once you get married, they are expecting self. Once you are not giving birth, you see yourself to be a failure. But in another sense, I tell people, what about to be our better 20 million? Is he successful? What about our better 5? Are they sacred to me to the man? Is that guy successful? So the way we brand success also make people fall deep into this. And again, the way spiritual healers also play with our minds, with fertility. Yeah,
with spirituality, it's a broad thing. Maybe we would go into that before we end. And I don't know, we'll come to that as because it's a major issue with infertility. But with this self-image thing and stuff like that, say if we are mommy and now we are papa, na say oba into me wo ana oba ne yiri ana ni kunu into me wo, na say what the pressure any attitude to omuso. What you are actually doing is that you are causing them to get unwell. What the yare to omuso in the area of mental health issues, depression, anxiety, stress, and all those things. Negative self-image and all that, self-identity problems. So you are not helping them by putting that kind of pressure on them. A lot of people are going through a lot of illnesses because of and that is not it's not too good. Yeah,
and I'll say I can't who say the depression at home doesn't solve the solution. It doesn't solve the problem. And the worries is not the solution to the problem. If we keep on insisting and add now, okay, son, now it doesn't give the person a baby. Rather, if you have solutions, you help out. But sometimes you find they're not giving solutions, but they're only echoing the problem. That is what the sales and the in-laws should know.
Yeah.
Nipa na bisa na sa question or solution and because problem here one the same. But we should know say society can buy illness for people.
Yeah.
Society to me be yare. The pressure we are what have about when nipa na no ho
no
obekuno. A lot more people are taking poisons, they are killing themselves because of this. A lot more people too quite proud of baby no ashada abasewa. Because of societal pressure, until me cry board and can say me adopting. Because so be a say wow. So we should be mindful of the things we say because if you're an in-law now can say sorry but I didn't change the situation.
Yeah.
It will make it worse. Because you are going to make the woman desperate. And once the woman becomes desperate, everything be obey. I dare cry any reasonable. They will do it because they want to get pregnant.
Yeah.
And sometimes and
some of them may even go into this unhealthy, risky sexual behaviors, that kind of just to get a child, and STIs idea will come in. But let's finally talk about before we go to some solutions and stuff. You can about spirituality and religious interference with infertility in Adiana. We know that prayer works on different levels, and it's good for people to pray. In our environment, any nyoma yehuno, maybe one after the other. The first thing has to do with say obi entumenwo na say okofuwa asori nima. Now, for example, a prophecy comes about that person. Sometimes calling the person out of the public to address that infertility issue in front of everybody, it can be problematic sometimes.
For prophecy assembly, it's a big issue. I have my own beliefs, and sometimes when they say it, I don't listen to them because I feel that they should have a gift of discernment
to know how to go about
it.
Some of those things.
The first one, your prophet doesn't mean you should just open your mouth because sometimes you're even on live TV, people are watching. I may not want people to know my problem.
And that can really dampen and
sometimes after that,
yeah.
And the worst aspect is when they try to tell you the cause. Attribute it to people. What can we? How the one will leave that congregation to even go and sit down is a problem.
So upon cry
how to go home.
Or baby cry.
And the church people always want to make it worse. Oh, stand sure so for the they when you're there or better in the time out. And
if it doesn't even come to pass after a year or two, that means that everybody knows about the problem and the person is still going through that kind of challenge and problem.
If the person stays in a small community, if the person is not likely to be in a crime community where Obiati be a small community, then it makes such kind of prophecy. The whole town will become the talk of the town. Hey, near call night, sister, you come she be a buy. Send out one win and none be near you. and everybody in the town.
Yeah.
When she goes to market, is the talk. When she goes to hospital, is the talk. When she's in the office, is the talk of town. Have we thought about the implications of what my dreams? How do we feel about it? What about the pastor see and telling you, say, your point church will be home?
Perfect. Perfect.
And I say, a new knumra, many more uncommon.
Yeah.
Sit them down, take them through it, pray with them, because I'm open also.
Yeah.
Me, I can't tell me about Saumane barrenness. Me, find your shit.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, Mpacha Odini baby of Refi. Okay, I think we've lost him. But and another aspect, I'm saying I can't say about how people who are desperate, go about, religious stuff. Some people will do all kinds of concoctions. And more quantreni are there. Some may go to church, others may go to see some fetish priest be somewhere. Some may do all kinds of incantations, and all kinds of things. And in addition to all that, the person's belief systems, say, it will be shaken and it can affect every area of their lives. Some of them may shut themselves, especially if after all the prayers and akwancheni, all the concoctions and all the incantations and everything, still if the person has the problem, the person's general belief system, and yoma hold it there, the values near then a bit to me at tiara.
I say, with spirituality, sometimes they are quick to say, we believe we pray to God. We are very spiritual people, we also pray. But what you are saying is human beings should not behave as if they are God. Because you can't tell us when God will work. You can only predict and pray and hope that it will come to pass. Some pastors are too definite. Bible question. And sometimes you behave as if you are God, but you are not. You are a spokesperson. So if he speaks and you hear, you say it. As to whether you heard him speak, will be him. So once you make those pronouncements, now the panel so funny. Now the 2 months about now on way. When the person comes to you, are tempted to say another thing. Then they start to lose hope. Now they'll start moving from their church.
Go to another
place. When they go to another place and guess a time they get disappointed in all the places, then they will start to say that that makes the condition worse.
And if ambemu, then they even doubt the fact that some medical procedure krabe yejuma.
If you give them medicine, they will not take. Now, so for we Ginny Gano Bia, so you could imply anye. Now, Dr. Asha won't want to be the other. They might not even believe at all. That is why I believe that pastors should be more realistic.
Yeah.
Tell them, let us pray about
and
it.
We have to be very sensitive about some of the very sensitive,
let's
social
pray about
issues.
It and seek the face of God. We hope that God could intervene. Give the person hope, but don't be categorical. Oh, me hu nyankopon ya che me next month obenye dukana ni kunkura ni Ghana. Next month obedanyo. So the kind of pronouncement you make, and the way pastors interact with people, sometimes make them lose hope, even in the prayers. And when they do that, what people believe in move them on. So if they lose what they believe in, taking medicine become very difficult.
Yeah, become very, very difficult.
They don't have inspirations to do anything.
Yeah.
So we should be mindful of the way we pray to people's faith.
Yeah.
And then how we profess that we could do things we might not have full control over.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that any pastor have full control over anybody.
Yeah.
We all seek the face of God. So let everybody know that you are seeking the face of God for that person. And give the person hope. And once again, if the pastors are able to give them better hope, if you give them medical treatment, it becomes easy.
Yeah. It becomes easy.
Yeah, it becomes easy.
Now, with all this, if people are shaking, especially about issues are dear to them, and we have all kinds of assurance, it can affect every aspect of their lives, and they will lose hope in everything, because now what they believed in, and it can really affect them. This is Margin Munsem, mental health issues. We've been talking about infertility. And before we go, I want to quickly summarize what we've said today. Now, I will tell you some help in your maybe some of the steps you have to go through so that you can solve some infertility problems. There are many factors, there are many causes. Yaka say if you can't give birth within a year after regular unprotected satisfying sex for within a year, then we can say that and after a year we can say that you have some issue with infertility. There are some people who that and they have been struggling to give birth. Other people too, they've become pregnant before, but subsequent ones in ayedi on to men after some past history of pregnancy. And with that, causes near baby. We have physical causes. We have some psychosocial influences. A worsen physical causes. And these factors, they are very, very important. So if you don't deal with the psychosocial aspect, sometimes physical and your mano, a worse and to me nyejuma. And you have to know that it's not every time we are obini obibeshia and obenyum. We have a safe period, and we have only about 5 days or 6 days window period the that is when the person is very fertile. And one day, mid-cycle, person is really fertile. And if you miss that period, you realize that you can't get pregnant. And so, the person will become pregnant. So, for example, people who have long distance relationship, or Cape Coast, the person comes once a while, that kind of relationship issues near there, it can affect fertility in a very significant way. Now, if there are some marital challenges and problems and fear now sex issues around home and stuff becomes very, very challenging. It becomes very, very difficult for you to give birth. And all the stresses with work stress, if you stress, all kinds of stresses around it can shift and disorganize your menstrual cycle such that even timing yourself to know when you are fertile or not, it becomes very, very challenging. And you have to know that if you are struggling with infertility, depending on the cause, then there is a certain kind of treatment. Sometimes with all the treatment you receive, still it becomes difficult. And with that, there are options that people will suggest to you that you can adopt a child and take care of someone's child and stuff like that, and that can help. But beyond that, if for example you are infertile, go to the hospital. Go to the hospital. Let the doctor examine you. And normally, don't go alone. Go with your spouse. Until go to the hospital with your husband. If you are a Burma, go to the hospital with your wife, because 1/3 of the problem may be from your wife, 1/3 may be from your husband, and 1/3 may also be from both of them. Or sometimes the cause, we can't find the cause. So it is better for the two of you to go to the hospital to see the doctor together. Oko hospital, they will do a test for the man, they will do a test for the woman to check, whether women are there any hormonal in your baby, sperm count, the quality of your sperms and all that. They will check all that. In addition to that, you need to see maybe a psychologist or someone who can also help with all the social issues and psychological issues around that pregnancy, challenge, so that together, you can receive a certain holistic care. And in addition to all the prayers and stuff, you need to do all these things so that that you are hitting every area to be able to solve that problem. And normally in our environment, we place a lot of importance on having children. And because of that, when someone is not, getting pregnant after a year, 2, 3 in marriage, it becomes a major challenge and problem on the person, especially the woman, because society will blame the woman before blaming the man, and the problem may be coming from the man. And all those pressures, they add to the stresses of the woman or the man. It adds to the problem. It doesn't solve the problem. And many couples are going through this challenge. And because of the pressures from family members and pressure from the society, many couples end up doing all kinds of things that will make the problem worse. And so we want to encourage that infertility is there. The fact say untumen wono doesn't mean say wonye bema na say wonye oba. Whatever goals you want to pursue in life, no matter say utumi ye abrabom, you can go ahead and do it and focus on the right things. When you do and you focus on those things, it is possible that life will be beneficial for you. And there are a lot of kids too that you can adopt to take care of them, and they become your own, and you can relate to them as your children, and they can be able to do whatever you want. If they were your children, whatever you expected them to do, they will be able to do it. So there are a lot of issues around this, but we want to advise that normally the problem may not even be from the woman, it's from the man, because they are on the same level. So don't blame the woman and leave the man, and don't blame anybody at all. Rather, let's find a way to be able to deal with that situation. And when you go to also, after several tries and it doesn't work, don't give up hope, because it is possible that later on something will come up and you are going to give birth. But it is best that you pray with a certain knowledge and a certain kind of support so that you can give birth. There are people who give birth even in their 50s, others even in their 40s, and the children are fine and they are normal. So we want to encourage you, if you have any infertility issues, and we are hoping that all the issues around your childbearing, say we are praying that something will come up with you and you receive the right help, and things are going to go very well with you. And if for some time now you have been going through certain challenges of abuse, depression, anxiety, stress, and all kinds of psychological issues around it, seek help, because when you do that, life is going to be better for you and you are going to enjoy your life. This is Majum Insem, and we are live every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. On Ocean 1. I was on this show with Mr. Samson Opoko-Ajiman. He's also a mental health professional, and we thank you that you made time to watch us. Nyamisha munina yakramu. Hello, my name is Dr. Isaac Manata. Do you know what mental health is? Meet us on Majum Museum this and every Tuesday on Ocean 1 TV.